I have to get this out. But the reason why I am starting my video with this is because we all need to stress and stress and stress. We can't stress enough how important it is to wear your mask, wash your hands, social distance, quarantine, stay at home, do whatever you have to do to make sure that we can curb the coronavirus. It does get hot in there, especially when you're talking. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and my second episode of my series, My Motorcycle Journey and Other Stories. This is Wamoyo Karaoke. This is the third day I am trying to film this vlog, and every day there's something happening that is making me stop, basically because of what is going on outside. But I have now decided that I'm going to do it, and we are all going to be in it. So if you hear some people talking in the background, please bear with me. I just hope that I'm projecting my voice very well so that I can cover up that and you can hear this video very well. So thank you. I hope you have watched my first video in this series, the first episode. If you didn't make it to watch it, I'll put the link up here so that you can do that at your own time. I spoke about how I got into motorcycling, and so today I'm going to cover the motorcycle gear. I know in that video I promised that I'm going to talk about my first ride, but obviously it would have been unfair for me to jump into the ride without telling you about the motorcycle gear that you need. I'm talking about riding gear, not the shift gear. I'm talking about riding gear, and that's tough. So a few things that you need to know about riding gear is that riding gear is designed based on a few number of things. And when I talk of design, I'm not talking of fashion design, I'm actually talking of technical design. It is designed based on different categories of riding, that is one. And secondly, it is also designed based on different weathers. We have 4 seasons in a year. We have summer, spring, autumn and winter, and so it is also designed to fit into those categories of the season. So before you go shopping for your gear, you need to know, 1, your type of riding, and 2, the weather that you'll be riding in, so that you can buy the right gear for that. Different types of riding that are there is, there's motocross, there's enduro, there's racing, there's street riding, like, you know, commuter riding, and there's adventure riding, which is travel. And each category has a different kind of gear that suits that particular category. The risks that you're exposed to in those different areas, because for example, for people who go for racing, the risks that they are exposed to are not similar to the risks that someone who does commuter is exposed to. So let's go into what you actually need before you can start riding. Before you buy your motorcycle, I'll stress this again, please buy your gear first. And this is what you need as your starter. These are the most important things that you must have before you get on your motorcycle and start riding. So you need a helmet, and what I can tell you about shopping for a helmet is how to measure it, how to know your size of how to know the size of your helmet, or the size of your head, so that you know the size of the helmet. So basically what you need to do, you take the measurement, the circumference of your head from the forehead. So I'll just take my finger round what you need to, and you take this measurement using a tape measure, the centimeters side, and it's going to give you the circumference, and that circumference you can match it in the chart that I'm giving here to know the size of your helmet. For example, if you're, let's say, 57, check against 57 centimeters, and you're going to see whether your helmet size is a size large or size small or size extra large. That is how you measure your helmet. So when you're going to shop for your helmet, now you know how to check your size. The other thing that you need to know about shopping for a helmet is how to know a good helmet that is not a counterfeit, that is genuine, and that is safe for use. The major things that you need to look out for is the certification of a helmet. Like I said, riding gear comes in different designs based on the type of riding that you're doing. But the most common riding helmets are two. There is the modular, and the modular is this that opens from the front, and then there is the full face that does not open. You just slip it all in. It doesn't have an opening at the front. And those two helmets are the most popular for riding, and then of course racing people have what they use, and motocross people and enduro people have different types of helmets that they use. So when you get a helmet, when you go shopping for a helmet, please make sure that it is certified, and you will find the certification of a helmet at the back here. You can see mine has a DOT certification. There are two types of certification. There is DOT certification, and then there is ECE certification. ECE certification, which is British, does not certify a modular helmet, and their argument is that on impact it's likely to open, and if it opens, your face and chin is exposed, and therefore they don't consider this helmet safe for riding. For them, this is not safe enough. I love it because I wear glasses, and if I'm to use the other full face helmet, the process of removing my glasses, returning my glasses, pulling my helmet and all that, I think by now I would have broken enough. So for me, I use the modular because of the convenience it gives me with wearing glasses. So make sure when you're buying the helmet that you check that. The other thing that you need to know when you're buying the helmet is make sure that the brands that you find in the market where you're shopping, you can counter check them online and know that they're genuine brands, and be sure to know a few things like how the brand name is spelled. Check online if it has an online presence. It's likely to be a genuine helmet. And I think on a different video, because this could take forever, I will cover how to know a genuine helmet, so keep it here. But those are like the most important and the easiest ways of shopping for a helmet and knowing that you're buying a good helmet. The other item that you need is of course a riding jacket, and again, please do not forget that you need to check your type of riding and the weather. I am an adventure rider, so I'm basically on the road for more than 5 hours every day. I'm on the road, and therefore I have a jacket that is fit for that. I use the Olympia Glide ladies jacket. I love it because it comes with all the features that I like for long distance travel. It's breathable. I have a thermal lining, so when it gets cold, I don't need to get another jacket. I can fit it. I can just wear my thermal lining, fit it inside there. It has the mesh. I can open it up. I can open it up during hot weather, and it becomes very light and very breathable. And it's reflective. That's another thing that I love about this jacket. I don't need to buy a reflective jacket or strip. And yeah, many good features about this jacket. Again, I think that's another video where we review my gear, otherwise this is going to lose track. The other item that you need is a pair of gloves, and you also need a pair of boots. And the most important, you can buy riding pants, but they don't come cheap. And if you're a commuter rider, you probably will need to buy like 4 or 5 pairs to be able to wash them and change them every day and not look like you're wearing the same pair of pants every day, or not wear the same pair of pants every day. So to avoid the expense of so many pair of pants, you buy knee guards. And the knee guards, I don't have a sample here. The knee guards, you can wear them on top of your pants. They cover your knee and your front bone all the way down to almost your ankle. They're the best, convenient and easy to purchase and use as an everyday rider. So the other thing that you need is a balaclava. The balaclava, you wear it underneath your helmet, and it has a number of uses. One, for people like us with long hair, it helps to hold my hair together, because let me tell you, if I wore my helmet with just my hair without a balaclava, when I'm removing it, it is so painful because it pulls my hair out. Oh God. And then I also have multiple earrings, and therefore all these are pulled out. So for me, that is one of the reasons why I must wear a balaclava. The other purpose that it serves is that it protects your inner lining of your helmet from getting dirty from your hair oil and sweat. So it makes sure that you don't have to clean this all the time. It keeps it clean and not smelly from the sweat. The other purpose it serves is that it serves as a wind blocker, especially if you're riding in windy weather, windy weather. It helps to block the noise of the wind from your ears. And the fourth or fifth purpose of this balaclava, when the weather is too cold, you can actually wear the neck tube to your neck, and it covers your neck very well and keeps it warm, just like a scarf would do. And you can wear another one over your head and you stay warm. So it has a number of purposes as a balaclava. It's not just to keep your hair together. The other item that you need in your riding gear is a rain suit. A rain suit is worn over your gear when it is raining, obviously, to protect you from getting wet. And when shopping for a rain suit, there are a few things that you need to consider. One, please remember that you will be wearing another set of clothes inside, probably even 2 sets of clothes, because you have your ordinary clothes and then you have your jacket and probably a heavy pair of pants on top of your normal pants. It depends on how you wear your riding gear. So you're basically going to be having another set of clothes inside. And therefore, when you're shopping for your rain gear, you need to buy a size or 2 sizes bigger so that it can fit you comfortably on top of your riding gear. The other thing that you need to consider when you're shopping for your rain gear is the material. There are different types of rain gears, and you're going to find this in the shop. If you go to, for example, the supermarket, you're going to find very nice rain gear that is basically used by people who are not riding, and therefore they do not have they're not exposed like to heavy wind or heavy rainfall, because they probably will be able to shelter somewhere, or they will have an umbrella. The material needs to be strong enough to withstand heavy rain for a long time so it doesn't seep in, and also the wind, so that it doesn't tear. Sometimes the wind can be crazy. Like you can be riding in a storm and you need a rain gear that will not shred in that heavy rain and wind. The other thing you need to consider when shopping for a rain gear is that it needs to be either of a very bright color or reflective. It needs to be one that can be seen from very far by everybody, because when it's raining, it is usually darker. The visibility is reduced by so much because of the weather. It's cloudy, it's not bright, it's raining, it's foggy, and so the motorists and other road users will not be able to see you, for example, if your rain gear is black or gray. So you need to buy a color that is very bright and reflective, so that it can reflect on any lights that is going to be projected on you. And the other thing that I would like to mention is that there are 2 types of rain gears. You can find a full suit and you can find the 2 pieces. I personally would recommend the 2 pieces, and this is for reasons that it is way better and convenient to wear and use. if you want to use a bathroom and you have a full suit, it's going to be a problem. And you know, when you're wearing the rain gear, it's because it is raining, and when you're riding, you have access to not so good bathrooms. Like, they are not in the standard that you expect or you have at home. So you need to be in clothes that are easy to get out of and get into. So for me, I would recommend the 2 pieces. Basically, that's what makes your most important riding gear, and that is what you must have before you start riding. Remember, I said that gear is designed based on a number of things, and I said it's designed based on types of riding, different types of riding. I said it's designed based on different type of weather. It is also designed based on gender, but why I'm doing this is because surely they should design gear based on gender, but they don't. Like, they don't take consideration into a woman's figure, which is curvy and nice and beautiful. They just make designs for men, which men don't have hips, men don't have busts. For the longest, motorcycle industry has been a man's industry, and therefore producers, designers don't make stuff for us. So if you go shopping for gear, for pants, for jackets, for gloves, you find that you will mostly find fittings that are for men. We have a few companies that have come up that are designing riding gear for women. To those companies that have started considering us. Otherwise, in the market, what we find is gear that is designed with a man in mind. The trousers are extremely long, the jackets are bulky, the sleeves are long, sometimes they don't fit the bust, and they also don't sit well on the hips. So you have this jacket that is a bit longer, but it can't go over your hips, so you have to pull it up, and it sits on your waistline, making you look like you have a 20 kilos pot right here, you know, or a 10 times bigger waistline. So when you're shopping for riding gear as a woman, it's a bit difficult. It is not as easy as for men, but a few tips that I can share with you is, first, do not shop online for gear if it does not specifically state that it is designed for a woman, and it gives measurements that you can prove these are for a woman. For example, what you would look out for is, does it give a bust measurement, a waistline measurement? Does it talk about the hip area and measurements for the hip? That will tell you that that particular item is designed for a woman. Otherwise, if you're shopping online and you're shopping blindly, not knowing whether it is a man's suit or a lady's suit, it is only good to shop where you can fit and see the fittings. Adjusting riding gear is very difficult. If you want like to cut long trousers to make them short, or if you want to shorten the sleeves, it's very difficult because it comes armored. So what you're seeing there, that jacket behind there, it has armors on the shoulder, it has armors on the elbow, it has armor on the back. And for example, if you reduce the length of the sleeve, you interfere with the elbow size. You find that your elbow might remain exposed because your armor is going to move around here. So it's very difficult to adjust riding gear. So ladies, when you're shopping for riding gear, please go and fit it and make sure it fits you well, until we have that one person that is designing for all of us and is able to supply gear to all parts of this world, including Kenya and all the other countries of Africa. Yes, because that's the biggest challenge we have. If you find good ladies riding gear, you have to import it, and it comes at an extremely high cost for us in Africa. So looking forward to have our own gear developed, designed and produced in Africa. Challenge to you. Another thing that I would like to talk about is where to buy gear, especially if you're in Kenya. I'm going to talk mostly about shopping for gear in Kenya. You can either buy brand new gear or you can buy secondhand. When I was shopping for my very first gear, when I started riding, I did not consult well, and so I made a big mistake. I spent a lot of money. I don't think I would have spent that kind of money if I had consulted Bob. So there are a number of people who sell new gear, and it is good, very good. And there are also a number of people who sell secondhand gear, which is also equally good and affordable. So it depends on your budget. Mostly, I think the budget dictates mostly where you're going to buy. Are you going to buy it new, or are you going to buy it secondhand? But you can find either of the two. If you're looking to buy secondhand, the places to look out to is one, City Stadium in Nairobi. It is popularly known for riding gear. You're going to find everything you want there, from boots to trousers to jackets to gloves to anything. Another place you can find secondhand gear is if you join the African Motorcycle Diaries on Facebook. There are a number of people who sell secondhand gear there, and they actually go an extra mile to go and look for it and select the best of it, and they can deliver to you. You can fit this gear, so I find that more convenient. And I bought a lot from the guys who sell secondhand gear on African Motorcycle Diaries, and yes, I can vouch for them. Yeah, I did buy a lot, including bags, soft panniers. Yes, I did. And then of course you can also shop online, places like Amazon. You can buy things from Amazon and ship them into the country. So again, I will stress that it depends on your budget and what you're looking for. One piece of advice that you should not forget: please never buy a second-hand helmet. The only time you can take a second-hand helmet if it is gifted to you by someone you know, who can confirm to you that it is within its life and it has no accident history. Otherwise, if you go buying a second-hand helmet, you have no history of this helmet, you don't know how long it's been used. By the way, helmets have a shelf life. You don't know how long it's been used, and you don't know whether it is accident free, and you might be buying something that will not protect you in case of an accident. So never buy a second-hand helmet. So guys, I hope we are ready to go shopping for the riding gear and ready to get out there and ride. In case you have questions about riding gear, maybe you feel there's something that I didn't mention, or there's something that you would like me to clarify, or you have something that you would like to ask me about riding gear, please leave the question in the comment section below, and I promise I will respond to it. If you like this video, if you have enjoyed the content of this video, if you find it informative, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with friends, because we need to help each other. If you haven't subscribed and it is your first time here, please subscribe, and don't forget to press the button next to the subscription so that you're notified every time I publish a video. I am so happy to be sharing my motorcycle journey and other stories with you. And until the next episode, it is goodbye for now. Ta-da!